8 celebrities who had a child they didn't know existed. 1. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Mildred Patricia Banner, the family housekeeper, and Arnold Schwarzenegger had an affair in 1997. Joseph, Arnold's son, was born to Mildred after she eventually became pregnant. Arnold was unaware that Mildred was his son even though she worked for him. He claims that Joseph kind of got it and put things together only when he started looking like me. He claims he began providing Joseph and Mildred with financial support after learning the truth. Years after the affair, Arnold told his wife Maria Shriver about it in a couples therapy session. Arnold and Joseph are now very close. 2. Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood has 8 children from various relationships, although he wasn't aware of all of them straight away. Clint had an affair with Maggie Johnson before marrying her. Clint was not informed about the baby, and the child, Lori, was placed for adoption. Clint supposedly learned about Lori decades ago. While he did not publicly share the news about his daughter, she has joined him on occasions over the years. In 2004, she attended the Oscars with Clint and his mother, and in 2018, she joined him for the screening of The Mule. 3. Steven Tyler. Bebe Buell and Steven Tyler had a brief romantic engagement in 1976, at which time she became pregnant. After giving birth to their daughter Liv in 1977, Bebe made the decision not to inform Steven, and the little child was informed that her father was Todd Rundgren. After having the opportunity to see Steven when she was around 10 years old, Liv started to develop her own doubts that he might be her father. Todd signed my birth certificate after essentially deciding that I needed a father when I was born. Liv told Wonderland that she had met Steven when she was 8 years old and that he knew that there was a chance that I might not be his. 4. Carmody Brown. It wasn't until his son Jason turned 10 years old that Queer Eye star Carmody Brown discovered he was a father. The girl Carmody had dated the previous year had gotten pregnant and hadn't told him, even though Carmody had come out as gay when he was 16. Before she contacted him for child support, a full 10 years had passed, and Carmody had gained custody of his son. At 16 years old, I came out as a gay man. 5. Gavin Rossdale. The true paternity of Gavin Rossdale's goddaughter Daisy Lowe was made public in 2004. As a child, Daisy thought that her father was Pearl Lowe's former boyfriend, Bronner Handwerger. But she allegedly started to have doubts when she realized that none of her parents had O-type blood. After a while, Gavin found out he was her biological father and took a paternity test. Even if things didn't go well at first, they are now quite close. 6. Pauly D. The Jersey Shore star Marquette in 2013, and the two became pregnant. After one night of dating. It is said that Pauly was unaware of the little child until after her birth. The U.S. Weekly claims that soon after Amanda contacted him following the baby's birth, he took action to establish the child's identity. His daughter is 9 years old, and Pauly is a proud father now. 7. Chuck Norris. In the early 1980s, Chuck Norris had an affair with Joanna when he was still married to Diane Halchik, his first wife. Chuck acknowledges at the time that he didn't disclose his marriage to Joanna. Chuck later found out, without his knowledge, that the affair had produced a kid, a young girl named Dina. It was not until she claimed to be his biological daughter in a letter to him in 1991 that he learned of her existence. 8. David Jason. David Jason had an affair in 1970, which gave birth to their daughter Abby. It was more than 50 years before Abby eventually contacted David to express her concerns that he might be her father, and only then did he learn of her existence. Although David acknowledges that the information came as a shock, he says he has enjoyed getting to know his daughter. To say it was a surprise to find out I had a daughter from years ago is an understatement, David told the Daily Mail. But after accepting the news, I'm happy that I can finally get to know Abby, so we get together whenever we can. Abby has had a lot of love and understanding from my wife Gil and daughter Sophie, who have also adopted Abby and her newborn baby into their now larger family.